Next, I'm honored to have with us today a special Diamond sponsor guest, and that is Vispero. Vispero is just a treasured partner with the American Council of the Blind, and we are so fortunate today to have Tom Tiernan, President and CEO of Vispero from Clearwater, Florida. Shout out from my own home state. Good to hear from you, Tom. Welcome.
Thank you, Dan, and good morning, everybody. It's great to be here, and thank you to ACB for inviting Vispero to present at your annual convention. I'm Tom Tiernan, and the CEO of Vispero, and you may or may not have heard of Vispero directly. You would know through us through any of our assistive technology and digital content accessibility brands. And those brands would be Freedom Scientific, Optelec, Enhanced Vision, or the Paciello Group. Or even more likely, you've probably heard about us through the actual products that we offer. And those would be software products like JAWS or Zoom Text, Braille products like Focus, or various kinds of low vision magnification products like Ruby or Clearview or Merlin or Pebble. And we would very much like to thank ACB for continuing the fight on behalf of the blind. We see our relationship to ACB as a valued partner and seek the feedback of ACB and its members on how we, Vispero, can create the right products and services to meet the needs of the blind. So what's Vispero been up to recently? Well, as I'm sure with many of you, many things have changed with Vispero over the recent past. The last time we actually saw any customers in person was during the CSUN event, the CSUN conference in Anaheim, California. That was March 11th through the 13th. I can tell you it was a surreal time. COVID-19 hit right around that time, and we've been largely sheltering in place ever since. But at the same time, being as resourceful and creative as we possibly can to meet the needs of our customers and our partners around the world. During the CSUN conference, we debuted several new innovative products in the low vision foldable product category. So think of low vision foldables as essentially a video magnifier, but the size of a laptop, very portable. And we have introduced those foldable products, several different sizes across all three of our brands, Freedom Scientific, Optelec, and Enhanced Vision. It was also the first time we showed the Compact 10 from Optelec, a new 10-inch handheld magnifier with full-page OCR capability and speech. Since the CSUN event, we've been dealing with the changing landscape of virtual environments, and this has included helping customers who need to work from home or go to school from home. And the company quickly recognized the challenges our customers were going to have when it came to getting access to their software quickly in those virtual environments. And we wanted to make sure that the blind and low vision had equal access once they moved to a virtual work or school program. To address this challenge, we offered the home editions of our accessibility software products, JAWS, Zoom Text, and Fusion, for free in the United States through the end of June. And most recently, we've extended that offer through the end of August as COVID-19 continues to play out across the US. 3 weeks ago, we also announced that we were offering a 20% discount on all of our software and hardware through the end of July. A web page has been set up for ACB members showing both our schedule for this convention, as well as methods for getting the free software or for purchasing new upgrades to your existing software. And that website is www.vispero.com/events/ACB 2020. And Vispero is spelled Vispero. So again, www.vispero.com/events/ACB 2020. Over this past quarter, the company also released our L Braille product, which think of that as a Windows 10 note taker with a Focus 40 Braille display. And this product we think is especially important for K through 12 students who can right from the get-go start off with a Windows device and skip making a transition from a classic Braille note taker to a Windows environment later on during their educational journey. One of the key investments the company has been making is in our training department, who've been hard at work at creating new webinars and training materials. And you can now listen to our training content on any device. Yes, that is any device, including Echo, Google, Google Home, Apple phones, and many other ways. Just ask your device to play Freedom Scientific Training Podcast. Again, Freedom Scientific Training Podcast. You can either ask the device to play the podcast or set your phone's podcast catcher to play the episodes. You spoke and we listened. It is critical to allow our customers to listen and learn through their preferred technology. We will be adding content each week, so try it out. I also want to let you know about our blog and YouTube channels. You can find the blog at blog.freedomscientific.com. You can sign up to receive the blog in your email. You can also find content for each of our products and brands on YouTube. Search for Vispero, Freedom Scientific Training, and any other brands like Enhanced Vision, Optelec, and the Patiello Group. I'd like to close out by thanking all of you for continuing the fight for the blind. It is critical for you to continue to demand and push for accessibility. Our company stands shoulder to shoulder with you in that mission. That includes, by the way, keeping the pressure on Vispero to continually innovate and introduce products and services that help you enjoy your life at home, at work, at school. That is our passion, that's our mission, and we have every intention to continue to do so. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the convention, and thank you again for the invitation to speak with you today.
Tom, thank you so much. You are such a valued partner with the American Council of Blind. And I have to give a big shout out to Matt Aders and just the great work he's done being a member of our advisory board. Thank you. Thank you for, being comfortable with Matt serving in that role. He's really brought a lot of insight and made a big difference to us. So thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And Matt's a fantastic and awesome person.
He is, and a huge Washington National fan, by the way, I got to tell you. Well, being from Florida, I want to say it's great to have you locally. We have a very active chapter in Pinellas County with Eugene Backey, and Florida Council of Blind would love to come over and just visit and maybe see you guys sometime.
Oh, we'd love to host you. Sure.
Yeah. And if you don't mind, just a question or two, how with the Pascallo Group, how are things going in corporate America? What are you sensing with, with COVID-19? Are you seeing, is employment hanging in there? What kind of challenges are you all observing from your end?
Well, I'm sure as everybody hears on the news, corporate America is struggling. Of course, it's very much dependent on what kind of business you're in. And so we have some customers that are going like gangbusters, and others, that are definitely working through this situation, taking it day by day. I would say for those of you who don't know about the Paciella Group, what they do is they work with enterprises and institutions around the world, governments around the world, to help those entities comply to the standards, the accessibility standards that exist around the world, to make digital content accessible through the assistive technology devices that people use. And so we think of our corporate clients as like big banks or retailers or travel industry, those kind of more consumer facing organizations. And so, everybody wants to see this pass as quickly as we can get through it. And at the same time, everybody wants to do the right thing. And I know that's what Vispero's doing in terms of, working with its staff, working with its customers to be safe and to look at the long run. This will pass and we'll get through it. And we'll have the same mission as we've always had, which is serving the constituency on this convention and during this phone call.
Well, thank you. And I got to also highlight the work you're doing as a good corporate citizen with providing the JAWS to students. So have many students taken you up on that? That is just exciting.
Absolutely, yeah. We've measured in the thousands. Yes.
Really? Oh, wow! Yeah. And think of all those students that are going to just get their first exposure to JAWS and the advantages that will bring to them. I mean, I think it's great. It's great to allow people to fulfill, their educational dreams while they're at home in this virtual environment.
Absolutely. And this is something that was somewhat new for Vispero. Actually started a couple of years ago where, it used to be if you wanted to buy JAWS or any of our other software products that, we priced them and sold them to the corporations themselves or the educational institutions themselves. And a few years ago, we thought, we need to very much broaden the accessibility of our own products to different individuals. And that's where our home licenses came from at a sub-$100 annual price point. And that's been a very successful program. So I'm really actually quite pleased with our teams at Vispero for making the software available to the home user, to students or anybody else on an annual basis. And that's fundamentally what enabled us to move quickly to make this offer that we've now made during this pandemic.
Well, and again, thank you. On behalf of parents of blind and visually impaired students, it has made a huge difference in our community. Thanks you. And Tom, we thank you for being here today and spending some of your, I know, very busy schedule in these times. So thank you again, sir. We really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Eric.
All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.